What up everybody, welcome back to an Overwatch video. And obviously I'm not talking about this type of Overwatch. Wrong game. I'm talking about the old school CSGO Overwatch system that we used to have. Yes, that is correct. We're bringing back Overwatch on the channel. I used to absolutely love making these videos and you guys used to really enjoy them too. However, Valve removed Overwatch from the game. It kind of makes sense because it was being abused by a whole bunch of cheaters who were automatically going through all the reviews and completely skewing the results and messing up the whole system. And they haven't actually introduced it back into the game, unfortunately. However, I've been coming across very many cheaters in my own games, or at least players who I think are cheating. So for this Overwatch, we're going to go through one of my recent games. We're going to spectate the guy who I thought was cheating, and then you guys can agree or disagree with me. I've created a straw poll, which I will leave in the description down below. So after you're done watching the video, you can also make a decision on whether this guy was cheating or not. And we're not going to stop the series here either. We're going to completely open it up to all of you guys. So I'm sure a lot of you have cheaters in your own games too. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how to submit your demo to me for this series. And I can't wait to bring back Overwatch. This is the player in question that we're going to be looking at today. What baffled me is from about round 2, I was quite convinced that he was wall hacking, and he said, I can't possibly be cheating because I have an inventory worth around $3,000. So if this guy is cheating, he's cheating with a very valuable inventory. But just like I said in game, newsflash, people do cheat with skins. There are ban waves that happen that take out millions in skins all the time. I've even made several videos on my channel talking about rich hackers who cheat with a lot of value in skins. They admit to it, and it's just a common thing that happens. So just because this guy does have quite a valuable inventory does not mean that he is not cheating. I even had a comment on my profile from one of his teammates saying, "Hi Sparkles, you bought a few cases from me in the past and I really enjoyed your content," enjoyed, past tense, "but yesterday as we played versus another in a random prem match, you were a little weird, accusing us of cheating while we were having a blast, basically trolling you. A bit is kinda weird. Please don't be such a bitch next time, and no bad blood, okay?" I'm very thankful for this comment because I feel like this guy might actually be the reason that Overwatch makes a return on the channel, so I should be thanking him. I'm pretty convinced he was playing with cheaters, so let's take a look at this game. Join me, ladies and gentlemen, as we dive into our first return of the Overwatch series. I am so excited. So we got Mr. Young Money here in round 1. He hasn't bought up anything. He hasn't got anything apart from nades, and he's gonna nade mid. Nothing too suspicious so far. It's just checking fairly regular angles. That's suspicious. That's very suspicious. Let's have a little replay of that. So obviously his teammate here, DM, has completely cleared this sandbag area, so there should be no reason to look there. However, he's staring right here. I wonder why. Is it because he can see people through walls and they are rotating from CT spawn, and he's quite literally looking at them rotate through CT spawn? My guess is yes. Let's continue. Obviously that is not enough to convict this guy whatsoever. So it's interesting to see what angles he checks. He knows that absolutely everybody has rotated right now to the B site, and that's why he's choosing to go back to the A site. He's got the bomb, so he could just full on solo it, and he doesn't need to check any angles if he's wall hacking, but he sees his whole team is staying here at the B site, so he has no choice really but to go back to the B site. So let's take some more look at his gameplay. He knows I'm in construction, and he knows there's one right here. Goes for the bomb plant, knows there's a guy here. Doesn't see the guy, does not see the guy, but stops planting. Let's have a little ultra slow-mo replay of that, because you could see absolutely nothing, not even a shadow of that dude before he decided to stop planting. It's almost like he could see him through the walls. So round 1 to me is all Fantastic nade. Fantastic nade. Round 1 to me is already very suspicious, and I believe that he is cheating straight off the bat. Is he going to clear sandbags? He's not. He's not even going to check sandbags, even though the molly didn't reach it. Surprise, surprise. And I am hiding here in the construction. I am going for the ninja. This is actually the round that I was like, yeah, this guy is 100% cheating, because he comes through, he does like a little fake clear of the site. He knows that this guy's right here, so boom, he kills him. And then, once you kill him, right, you would never, ever suspect in a million years that he was getting baited really hard by somebody trying to ninja hiding still in construction. You would not check this angle. There is no way that you would check this angle after having killed a guy right here. However, he comes straight round to me and he shoots me right in the face like it was absolutely nothing, like he knew all along. Very, very suspicious stuff, I must say. And I call him out on it. No, absolutely no way you'd check that after that kill. And he knew I was talking about him, because instantly, boom, question mark. But let's take a look at the rest of his gameplay and see if we can spot anything suspicious. He's full on stopped here because he's typing. Yeah, there it is. I have 3.5k on this account. Inventory worth. I couldn't possibly be cheating. However, he looks here. Is he going to look at the cross where somebody could pop up? No. He knows I'm here, so he comes around. It's such a, like, I have not played that all game. Obviously, it's only round 3. Looking there like he's definitely expecting me up there. And like, what is this? All of this just confirms that he's just awful. Like, how can you... I think it's quite hard to actually mess up a flash that bad that you actually hit the very top of this thing. How can you be that bad at the game that you are not good at the game, my friend? And then he does a spam through the smoke here, tries to get an excuse to spam this guy through the smoke by looking up here. And there it is. Apparently there's ain't no way he would ever cheat. But let's find out if he was telling the truth or not. He tends to only really stick around areas where people are. No check of the sandbags once again. Only really looking where people are. He knows that there's only, well, there was only one remaining CT. And I bet he's not going to check the rest of the site at all. No, he's not. He's just going to go in with his back to the rest of the site. There's one in construction. He knows there's one in construction. So he's going to try and slow walk in behind him. He misses that no-scope. I believe he is stopping to type once again. He's either typing or he's pressed insert. And he's adjusting his cheats a little bit. Oh no, he's typing. Bro, you are literally impersonating a YouTuber. Ooh, that's an awkward one, isn't it? Not quite impersonating, but he knows there's one CT, and the guy CT is falling away, so he is literally only going to go to the spot where I'm at. He's only checking spots where people are. Fantastic flash, once again. Got absolutely nobody and managed to flash himself. Good job, young money. I haven't typed anything and he's still defending himself here, saying we are not even cheating, what the fuck. I think after he picked up this Dragon Lore, he might... I'm surprised he didn't shoot there, to be honest. He might actually realise that it's not an impersonator and he is actually cheating against a YouTuber. I mean, I probably shouldn't have accused him. Probably shouldn't have... He's so tempted to press mouse 1. I know he is. I know he is. And the moment she goes... Oh... Don't think scoping in for 10 seconds at a smoke like that is normal behavior. You'd be quite worried that they'd be coming around construction. So in theory, if you were a good player, you'd be checking both of those angles, not just staring scoped in at a smoke. Despite me having accused him, and that should really be making him play a lot less obvious, I still think he finds it quite hard not to play. Obviously, how bad is this guy too? He's missing all of his shots. I genuinely think it's definitely not aimbot or anything like that. I think it is just walls. He aims like in the middle of mid there. He didn't aim at any angle. He didn't aim either side, but that's because he knew that nobody was coming out, and here I am around the corner. He lets his teammate give me away first. I think he knows that both the remaining players are B, but still deciding to go B. So there's one on boost here, and then there's one Coffin's Construction. I'm the Coffin's Construction person, so he's just mollying where I am. He's not mollying anything else. He fails the molly because it hits the smoke, and he gets taken out by me. So he's not really aiming at anything here because he knows that no one's going to push. And there's two people on this angle he looks at and he loses to them. I never did and never will cheat. He is clean, guys. What do you guys think? Is that true? Is that not true? Obviously, now that I called him out on it, he should be trying his absolute best to hide it, and he shouldn't be playing blatant whatsoever. But I think he didn't properly clear sandbags there whatsoever. I think he's still just awful at the game and cheating. That's my personal opinion. Going for a B push, someone playing quite close. I don't know, man. The way he just aims like exactly at people and then comes out like trying to fake the angle, but then I don't know. I honestly think he's definitely cheating. Makes sense that he's instantly moving away from that when it's been smoked. He does know that there's one sandbags, but he's not as concerned with the guy's sandbags. He knows that one is going to peek there. So he chooses to aim there instead of the guy that he knows is at sandbags. Suspicious. He said, I have a 360 hertz OLED. So I said, yes, good gaming chair. Yeah, that's definitely going to make all of the difference. In future, I'll try not to call out the cheaters so early because I think that will affect their gameplay, and they'll give themselves away a little bit less, and they'll fake more angles, and they'll play places where people aren't. Nades down mid. Doesn't hit anybody with that nade. It's an awful nade, and it hits the wall just like the rest of this guy's nades. All game, they've been absolutely terrible, which is not a good indicator of a good player. What do you guys think about Young Money? I'm pretty convinced he was cheating. Even though at the end he definitely tried to downplay it a little bit because I'd been accusing him all game. But I think from round 1 and 2, it was just super obvious that this guy was cheating. And with over $3,000 of Steam inventory. Am I correct? Or have I got it wrong? Am I just biased because I was in the game? Let me know in the straw poll. Go vote yes, go vote no, or tell me if you're unsure. I will leave his profile down below in the description. So if you're of the opinion, just like I am, that he's cheating, then feel free to report him. I'm excited to make this into a whole series, and the beauty of this series is that Overwatch was anonymous. You couldn't see the Steam profiles behind it, but this series we're going to get to see exactly who is cheating and how much of an inventory they have while they're cheating. Also, the beauty of doing things like this is we can actually stalk their other games and get the demos from those games too, so we're not just limited to one single game. We can review a whole bunch of games that they've been playing recently to help us further decide whether they're cheating. Episode 2 in this Overwatch series, I want to be featuring people that you have played against, that you are convinced were cheating. I want to take a look at your demo, and we'll all decide as a community for ourselves. So in order to share your demo with me, you need to go to your matches, you need to download the demo, or if it's a Faceit game, something like that, you need to download the demo from that, and then you will find your demo in this replay folder. Here is the path to my particular replays folder. It might be a little bit different for you depending on where you've installed the game, but this is probably the most common path where you'll find it. And then if it's the only demo you've downloaded on that particular date, then you'll be able to find it from sorting by date, and then boom, here is the demo that I just watched. So you would take this, you would upload it to Google Drive, and then you share the link with me. If you are uploading to Google Drive, make sure you right click it, go to share, and then change this general access to anyone with the link before sharing the link with me. Otherwise, I'll have to request to access it, and that will just slow all of the process down. I'll probably move on to somebody else's demo. You can upload it to any platform you'd like, really. It doesn't have to be Google Drive, but I know that files stay on Google Drive basically forever, so that's very useful for me. And please don't forget to include in your email not just the download link of the demo, but also the player that I should be spectating, and tell me what rank you were playing at, and any other comments about why you found him suspicious, etc. The email to submit these will be Overwatch@sparkles.ninja. I think depending on how successful this series is, I'll probably create a whole system for it, which will make things a lot easier. It will be like a website, and then you'll go there and you can just click upload demo and submit, and probably easier than emailing me, but for now, we'll stick with the email system. I'm sure a lot of you play against cheaters or people you think are cheating and trying to hide it the whole time, all the time. So please feel free to email me the demo so I can take a look at it in this Overwatch series. If you guys are as excited as me about the return of this Overwatch series, then please slap that like button, because I can't wait to review some cheater or possible cheater demos. I hope everybody enjoyed the return of the Overwatch series. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Peace.